My name is Christopher Calvert, and I'm the Director of Information Security at Visier. Visier is an analytics company. We develop a SaaS product based on an analytics platform, and we have applications built on top of it that are primarily in the business intelligence space, solving workforce planning and analysis needs, as well as a recently announced talent acquisition product. We're entrusted with sensitive data, and we take its protection extremely seriously. So ensuring that we know about our exposure in terms of vulnerabilities, we know about the activity and environment, we know about potential threats and threat actors that may be interested in that customer data. It's of paramount importance to the environment, to our business, and to our customers. NextPost is a scan engine that we use for our vulnerability management program. It's scanning hosts. I've got it doing a little bit of scanning against applications, but primarily it's used in both office and data center environments for us to scan all of the hosts, getting deep insight into the vulnerabilities that may be exposed, as well as helping to inform remediation plans with partners in IT or in our DevOps group or in other teams that own those assets or perhaps own code that is running on those assets. So it's a critical tool for me and a critical security control. The top remediation report within NextPost is probably my favorite report. It's the one that my partners elsewhere in the company seem to value the most and is most informative for them to be able to trigger remediation planning. There's a few other reports that we look at, and distribution is tailored to who will be interested in that style of report. Generate recurring scorecards on a monthly basis, various quarterly reports, and I'm learning more and more about what's capable in the depth of the reporting, but building a fairly robust communication strategy for vulnerability management based on what's within NextPost itself, and also starting to get more value out of the insight service that is tied to it. And striking the right balance between the extra visibility that it gives me, as well as potential integration into other tools. We've started exploring NextPost now, and the enriched analytics view that it offers. We are an analytics company, and we definitely see value in rich analytics platforms, and I do have some working partners, particularly in our DevOps group, that are quite keen on the insights that NextPost now can deliver. I was first exposed to Insight IDR as one of the tools that were already in the environment and picking it up, integrating it into my strategy for information security at Visier. One of the things I really like about Insight IDR is that the capabilities to blend a purely responsive incident management approach and a proactive hunting approach are there within the tool. I can use threat indicators that I've already identified as reliable and inject those through the API, correlate with my internal event data, and allow me to not just respond, but have it actively look for signs of intrusion based on that threat data, and it really blurs the lines between a purely responsive or a purely proactive approach. Well, today we collect logs and event data from a variety of sources, including other cloud services that we rely on. I have threat intelligence feeds that I pull high confidence indicators from. I use the Insight IDR API to inject those in as threat definitions, and that allows me to correlate our event data with known high confidence threat activity that's out in the internet, and really get a broad perspective in what the threats are and possible threat actors that are targeting our environment. It gives me an ability to detect problems and respond quickly. We have Insight IDR and we have NextPost integrated, and that allows me to correlate vulnerability data with the various sources of event data that we're looking at, so that when I have something that I need to investigate, or if I'm hunting for signs of a threat, right there within the same view, I can pull up the vulnerability information on a host. Big strategy for us in making sure that we're making effective use of any time is having limited number of panes of glass, and the ability to integrate tools is of extreme importance to me. I want to be able to use resources and time especially efficiently, deliver the most value, and spend the least amount of time for myself or others in hunting for the information they need to make a decision. We're using AppSpider and the Managed AppSpider service primarily on a weekly basis. However, we do have ad hoc scans run when we need to validate any findings. Managed App Spider is a very important part of the strategy for vulnerability management. It's something that we rely on to give us a view into potential vulnerabilities exposed in our application. We use it to assess instances of the application before they go live and before they get offered to a customer view or customer access. So it's a way for us to detect those vulnerabilities, detect potential bugs or other flaws before they put any data at risk. Rapid7 has really become a key security partner for me. Deliver a number of critical security controls, vulnerability management. There's a tie-in with penetration testing through some of the managed services as well. Rapid7 tools such as Metasploit will also play a key role in establishing my own in-house penetration testing and red teaming programs. Insight IDR gives me a fantastic event correlation and detection and alerting engine, as well as providing a key view into investigation of any potential incidents. Tools such as App Spider give me great depth in terms of assessing applications, and we are primarily an applications developer, and so that's a critical tool to me. Really, the whole product has become key to my strategy for information security at Visier.